Hello Internet, it's Dwayne here. Just wanted to share a few thoughts in this, my very first video blog. I wanted to do this on a weekly basis just to share some things that I'm thinking in the moment. A little bit less scripted and organized than my Walk to Remember video program. And as we are approaching Thanksgiving here in Canada, for you people in the States who don't know, Canadian Thanksgiving is actually in October. So that is this weekend, and there are a number of things that I'm very thankful for. I try and be grateful all the time for the things that I am blessed with in my life. But today I'm thankful for some very specific things that I wanted to talk about. One of them is a course that I went to yesterday. My wife Corey invited me to attend a course being facilitated by Reverend Patrick Cameron and a local church. And while this isn't something that I've done very frequently, this one felt like something that I needed to be at. And it was on healing ourselves from a spiritual level and emotional level, and clearing out some of the baggage that we carry around that blocks us from moving on through our lives the way we want to. And all of us carry things that we don't even know we're packing around that really do affect our perceptions of the world around us. And that is as true for me as it is for anybody. And a lot of the time we're not even aware that these things are with us. And at this course last night, through a series of meditations and answering some questions to ourselves and just listening to what the little voice was telling us, I know that you may not always hear the little voice that you have with you that is guiding you, or it might be overpowered by the other voices that are yelling, to pay your bills and find a way to pay for your groceries, and that you have to get your carpets cleaned and that kind of stuff. But if we are all quiet and calm and just listen to what's going on, all of us have a little voice that will guide us in the right direction. And whether you want to call that your subconscious or your creator or God or the universe or source or whatever you want to call it, all of us have that voice. And if we're patient enough and quiet enough to hear it, it'll give you some really good advice and some really good direction. Other people think of it as intuition. Now, when I've followed my gut, when I have listened to that little voice, it's almost always turned out to be the best possible thing that I could have done. And that's part of what got me to the course last night. So I did go to this course, and we were encouraged to sit and meditate and think about some questions that Dr. Cameron was asking us, and they were basically about fears and experiences from when we were kids that were blocking us, and the things that were blocking us, and the things we struggled with. And one of the things that I was wondering about was my difficulty with asking for help. It's always been a big struggle for me, asking for help. And out of this process last night, I had kind of a revelation about why that was and where it came from. And I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail about that, but it was some memories from when I was very small, and just uncovering that in myself. And I had no inkling that was the case, but uncovering that has been very freeing, and it feels so much nicer just not having that weight hidden. I'm sure it's still there, and I have to do some work to completely release this particular belief that was created. But it does feel fantastic having labeled it and recognized what it was. And I encourage you to try and find a process like that that'll work for you as well, whether it's a course through one of your local churches, or if there's a professional out there who is in doing some kind of therapy, whether it be a psychologist or a counselor or somebody who is in some kind of a wellness practice. There's lots and lots of different modalities for uncovering these blocks and releasing them. But I encourage you to go and find out what your blocks are too. I know that now that I have labeled this particular belief and can look at it and touch it and that kind of stuff, it will go away very quickly, and that will allow me to progress the way I want to. Now, I liken this whole experience to something that happened to my wife a number of years ago when my son was very young. We had a golden retriever at the time. And for those of you who have golden retrievers, you'll know that they are very high energy dogs. They need to be walked a lot. They need lots of attention. And so we walked her a couple of times a day, every day. And one of the things about living in the city is you have to be responsible as a pet owner. And so you have to clean up after your dog. And so Corey had taken Daisy, our dog, out for a walk this particular day. And of course, being responsible, she picked up her poop and all that kind of stuff, and then took her home and put her in the house. And she needed to go to the bank. Corey did, not Daisy. And so she got back in the car and went to the bank and had to talk to a teller about a problem with one of our accounts. And all of the tellers at the wickets were busy, but the receptionist said that she could help with this particular issue, and encouraged Corey to come around the other side of the reception desk, and they would look at the computer together to figure out the issue. And so Corey did that, and very shortly after sitting down, she started to smell a very unpleasant smell and attributed it to the woman that was helping her. It grew worse and worse, and she was going to ask if there was something wrong with the woman, or if something was stuck to her shoe or something like that. But she never did, just to be polite. And at the end of fixing this particular issue, Corey got up and thanked the woman and went out to get back into the car. And upon reaching into her pocket to get her keys, realized that she had a bag of Daisy's poop in her pocket. I don't know why she had it in her pocket. I don't think she knows why she had it in her pocket. But it was there, and it actually was her causing the unpleasant smell, not this other poor woman. That was the brunt of Corey's internal ridicule, let's just call it that. And that is very similar to these issues that we pack around with us without knowing it. They do affect the outcomes that we have and what we experience and our perceptions. So it's really good to be able to take those bags of poop and throw them in the garbage where they belong. So I will encourage you to do that, and I'm going to do it some more, and find out what else is in there that I don't know I'm carrying around in my pockets. So that is what I'm really thankful for today, is just that realization that this unpleasant bag of stuff was in my pocket and I didn't know it was there. And I'm grateful to Reverend Patrick Cameron for helping me find it, and for Corey for encouraging me to come with her, and the little voice that was telling me to go. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. Watch next Friday for my next video blog. I'm going to be posting more of Walk to Remember on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm going to get very good at being consistent with that. I've been very not consistent with doing that. Thank you for listening to me prattle on, and hopefully you'll take a look at the bags of poop that are in your pocket and move forward through your day with much more grace and ease. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your fall and, well, your autumn. Let's say that. That's probably better. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.